All right, guys, I got a project. We're gonna start working on the battery cables. I went and installed these a while back, but this battery switch is a piece of junk. It spins. If you look, the threads aren't what's spinning, it's the switch itself, the body. Also, it just doesn't make good contact in the on position. It shows continuity across, but as soon as it pulls amperage, it has nothing. So the switch is bad. So I went and online here ordered this one of these here. I think this one. Yeah, a new battery disconnect switch here. So that's nice. And then I'm doing the marine terminals instead of these because it ain't gonna work. So we got those, and then in here, don't mind the slippers. It's a tool for, it's like an ant, like you just hammer it and it crimps the ends there. So hopefully we can get those done pretty soon here today anyways, without running out of daylight. All right, guys, I got the switch out, the batteries out, all the cables unhooked, and now I'll put that switch in and get that cable hooked up and all zip tied together. All right, guys, I got the battery switch on and it all, up out of the way and in the right position. So in the on position, they'll both be matching. So that looks good. This is one of the old battery cables. I'm hoping to use this for, geez, I feel like I'm zoomed way in here. Oh, that's what I get. For both here, because I need it's just long enough to where I can cut it here and here and here and here and salvage and use both of this cable here for a short runner here for the ground, and then a short runner here for the ground. And I'll leave it a little extra so it's got a little bit of a bow into each one for vibration. And then I'll put the ends on this one too. I'm not sure yet if I want to solder them too, crimp and solder, if I'm just going to crimp them. I can solder no problem, so I might end up soldering them, but we'll just see how well I feel about the crimp. If I don't like the crimp, then I'm definitely going to solder. Well, got the thing in the vise, I cut it. I just figured it's such a nice day out, man. Golly, might as well just use this one outside instead of the one inside the shop, just because. Okay, guys, the directions say to hit this with a hammer, but I didn't want to do that, so I'm going to put it in the press there and see if I can smush her down, see if it'll look a lot better. It's my first one, so I wanted to do the small end first, or excuse me, the small cable first, and see how it turns out. That way I don't waste a bunch of battery cable if needed. There it is. Turned out, except, let's see if here, maybe I'll turn my flash off, that'll help. You see that crimp turned out very nice. Very pleased with it, and that sucker's on there tight, so good. Put some shrink wrap on both these ends there, and this one will be done. All right, I got both the battery cables done, shrink wrap on them. Made sure to cut the shrink wrap the same length on everything. That way it all matches and looks good. So, turned out good. Turned out way better than I thought. This thing was definitely worth it. My gosh. All right, guys. I think I got everything finished here. You can see the battery cables here, all on and tightened up. And then when I get 2 more batteries, or maybe 4 more, because unfortunately I think that the person that sold me these batteries sold me garbage batteries. Either my charger's junk or they just won't take a charge, so that would suck, but is what it is. So anyways, but when I get more batteries, then I'll just run jumpers from each one here. So a little 4-inch battery cable. I got enough battery cables and terminal ends. You can see I shrink wrapped all the ends there and kept everything so nothing's touching. All the wires go back, and got good ends on them. Got the new battery disconnect switches, and they look good. So I'm happy with how it turned out. and then I can't wait to get more batteries for it, so it's all done. And then all I'm gonna do for battery hold down brackets is drill a hole here on each angle. That's why I got angle on here, and then an angle iron bracket back in there. I don't know if you can see, it's a little shady, I can't really see, but I'll just drill a hole with, take a piece of 1/4-inch rod and bend a hook to it and thread the top end and run an angle iron or a flat bar across the top on each one with the wing nut to hold them down. But realistically, they won't be able to go anywhere even without it. They're captured in here, but still I'll probably put a bracket down. But anyways, they're done, so I'm like I said, I'm happy with how it turned out. And I guess one more step closer to getting this truck a little bit nicer. Well, now they got the batteries all done, the battery cable's done. I think I'm gonna tackle some other stuff like these wires here that are left over when this had the old 6-volt. What would that be? There's a what, 24-volt starter on this. 12-volt batteries, 24-volt starter, but now it's all 12-volt. So I'll get rid of all this, track that down, and I already tracked it down, but I know that it comes into here, and not all these are those wires, so I gotta figure that out, but I'll get all that cut out here in a second. Okay, get that out. That's for the decompression lever in the cab there. It hooks on there. Just move that out of the way. So I got some zip ties cut here. I tracked that wire down, and it's this one here, and then I went in there and cut all that was electrical taped all together like that. Look at that butt connector there, all the way down. So there's 2 butt connectors that I know of. Then it goes down here. That's for the jakes. That might be one reason why jakes don't work. Something to do with this butt connector there. I mean, come on, guys, jeez. Whatever. But these airlines definitely need replaced. You can see how hard and brittle they are. So I'll probably do all the visible ones. All these can be replaced. I'll use the color-coded, that DOT plastic line. So anyways, so now I got this wire. I think that's all of it. Yeah. There's the end there. So now I'll just go and I'll take a flat-bladed screwdriver and unhook all those. I'll do that off camera here. Well, that was nice. I don't know if you guys can see me. Get the camera in there. They're all that. They're not the ring style. They're that open style. So I just loosen the things and they pop right out. So that's good. Now I'll just tighten all of those little screws back up. Maybe take a zip tie and clean up some of the wiring, but they're garbage. But yeah, it looks a lot nicer. I don't got wires hanging there. You know, they're not needed anymore. And then I'll tidy all that up, and that'll utilize. Wow, actually I'll fix this too. See, there's someone just cut wires. They're probably hot. I don't know if they are or not, but you know, I'll clean all this up, zip tie everything up, get it all. Almost fell off the fender. Zip tie everything up and clean it up some, and it's always nice not to have wires hanging. And then that'll utilize that extra space there for something else later. Alright guys, now what I'm doing is I've taken the mill there and cutting some slots and some pieces of wood. Cut them all the same length on the bandsaw. And what they're going to be is they're going to go and get the springs for the seat on the passenger side for the Peterbilt. And originally had this fabric in here, and they just looped the fabric around and staple it to hold these springs in place. But being that I don't have that fabric and I don't want to do that, I could, I guess. I bought material for this, but I was just going to cut some wood and put it in there, and that slot's going to capture it, and I was going to run a screw down through it. So that's what I'm actually going to do. Kind of like that a little bit better. I don't know if it is better, but I like it, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll get all the other fours on there, or other fours on there. I'll get all the other 4 and screwed on, and then see if I can get it upholstered. Alright guys, well, like I Bachelor, Addie and I are... Hi, baby. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. We are getting the seats upholstered best we can. I'm not a upholsterer person, but seamstress or whatever they call it. But anyways, getting the seats done and got the seat in the living room here, or the kitchen, I mean. Got it painted, and now we're gonna do our best at upholstering it. Get that knocked out of the way. Oh, does that taste good? Yeah. Yeah, but that's cooler, huh? Yeah. All right. I'll show you guys when I get it all nailed down. All right, guys. Well, what are you doing? Where are you going? We want to go in Rupert's room? No, you can't go in there. All right, well, the seat's done. Turned out good. And all nailed in place there, and back of it here is all, you can see my nails, but it's all, also it's nice, it's all sucked in tight here. And bolted in, and I've got the flash, you can see better there. See, it's got all the bolts in it. It's all sucked in. So it looks good. Huh, do you like it? Oh, got you on camera, huh? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hopefully pretty soon I'll have some free time to put this in the Peterbilt. But for now, at least the seat's done. So talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, have fun.